What's up, guys? So, it's 2019, day number 2. So, I wanted to talk to you guys about changing habits or, substituting bad habits with good ones. So, probably a lot of y'all don't know this. Maybe some of you do. I'm sure there's a lot of rumors that go around, so I've heard some of them myself. But, a while back, like, I used to be a huge cokehead. Like, I would do, like, an 8-ball a day. And, the only reason I'm telling you guys this is, I believe in full disclosure. And I know bullshit approach to life and, just being honest in general. Anyway, I just did a whole bunch of it. I was really jacked. Always, on the go all the time. Didn't really feel like I had a problem until I OD'd and I had a heart attack. Anyways, I made a promise to God that I would stop doing it. But, man, when I got out of the hospital, it was like, man, it was hard to stop doing that shit. Like, I mean, once it's got a hold on you, it just doesn't want to let go. So, I was talking to one of my buddies, and, he was an ex-drug addict, and still, got that addict personality, and he really helped me because, he was like, man, you got to replace that addiction with something beneficial, because if you have an addict personality, you just can't walk away from something and then have a hole. You have to fill it with something. It's just how some of us are wired. It's not really like a good thing or a bad thing. It's just kind of like the way some people are programmed. So what I started doing is every time I'd want to do a line, I'd give myself $20. So then that gradually I ended up, saving a lot of money that way. But also, I started, I didn't have a lot of motivation since I wasn't, shoving a bunch of stimulants up my nose anymore. So, I started, doing that first, like cardio, things like that, and then gradually I got to the point, where I was just good to do everything on my own and I didn't really need the reward system. But that's just one example of taking a bad habit and replacing it with a good one. So, let's say you got some bad habits, like you like to snack at night, don't stop snacking at night. Instead of snacking on crackers, snack on celery, because part of, what you're addicted to there is just that ritual of just, you sit down at like 9 p.m. and you kind of like munch on something. It's like not so much what you're munching on as actual activity. It's like that with a lot of drug addicts too, they're not really addicted to like weed as much as they are to rolling up a joint and actual act of smoking. So if you just replace that with something that makes getting away from whatever it is pulling you down way easier, and eventually you can just be good on your own. So if you wake up in the morning, and you have a bad habit of hitting snooze, replace that with the habit of running to the bathroom and brushing your teeth. Replace hitting snooze with petting your dogs. Replace hitting snooze with, turning on an upbeat song. It's little things, guys, and make yourself a list. That's what I did. For every bad habit that I have, I have a good habit that I try and replace it with, and that will really help you over time change your life and improve your whole state of mind and just your general quality of life in general. You'll be much happier, much more fulfilled, and then you won't even have to think about doing good habits instead of bad ones. It will just kind of come naturally. So, whenever you get in a rut in life, like let's say, you lose a loved one or whatever, those good habits are going to kind of float you through that rough patch, where you're not really motivated to do anything. You already have a routine set up and you're going to kind of crutch on that while you get by emotionally. All right, guys. So, if you're struggling today, I hope that helps you. And, You know, if there's something that you can't let go of, the only way that you can really change and improve is going to be to admit that you have a problem and that you need to fix it. All right, guys, so just bear that in mind. And again, the takeaway, don't just ditch bad habits, replace them with good ones. All right, y'all have a great day. Thanks.